Hi. Okay, we're back and we're learning how to model, and we're learning a lot of little things, aren't we? So we're playing around with modeling this head and this neck, and so we have these polygons selected here, these points. And we can turn and make sure we have them selected around the whole loop. And then I'm going to pull these back out a little bit and up. There we go. Up. Let's see how we're doing over there. And then I can see how far we are here. Straighten that out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to get back on this scale tool. And you can start moving around using this or and just moving back and forth from the live selection, rotate and move tool, and the rotate tool, and there we go, scaling and moving these up. And I'm going to rotate this a little bit and move it. There we go. So as you can kind of see where I'm going right here. I'll be adding more loops to do his little head, and a live selection tool. I'm just going to select these points here and make sure I got them all. Did I get them all? On this one, I think I did. There's that little guy. We'll fix that in a bit. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually, I missed a point on there. And I'm going to turn my placeholder off for a minute. Up here in the Object Manager box, next to the image placeholder, I double clicked on this little gray dot, and it turned that off. And let's see. Oh, and I'm holding Shift key and I'm painting. There we go. Now I've got a hold of all of my little polygons. And I think that if we drag on this red little bar right here, no, it's kind of freely moving all around, which is really cool. You need that. But I'm going to switch. I'm going to click off of the coordinate system little world and get my arrow right here and pull this up. And then I'm going to scale, switch to scale, drag, drag, drag these out like this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so how am I doing? I'm doing great, aren't I? And so are you. And let's go ahead and grab that live selection tool and grab this section right here and move it up a bit. So you can kind of see where I'm going here with this object, with this little dinosaur, and how I'm modeling these polygons, and how, you know, it's nice to have an image to help just to get you kind of to keep you on track. So I can go ahead and select my live selection tool and live selection tool, and then in the attributes manager here we can see that I have some options here. Radius, pressure dependency radius, only select visible elements. And when we're on our tools, each one of them has functions. So, and then up here, so I'm on the live selection tool, and let's see, if I click the quick selections, we have a mode, set, add, and subtract, options, modeling, axis, world. So we've got quite a few little options here. In here, selected, free, wow. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back up here to the top menu. We're going to click on this and hold our mouse down. We're on the live selection tool, the top menu bar. We're going to hold the mouse down instead of just clicking it, you know, because if you just click it, it's not going to pop. You have to hold your click down. And we're going to have these different options. Live selection, which is what we've been using, and then on the same tool we have rectangle, lasso, and polygon selection. And in live rectangle selection mode, which is we just chose that, we can make sure we're on the dinosaur, click on the dinosaur, and then we can click in our view here. Control click to close that, and then this will drag down. Okay, so in our, with the tool now, with the live selection tool, we have the rectangle selection. So now we can drag it, and it will select all the area that we drag this rectangle over. And is it selecting? Sometimes it's kind of hard to see whether we're getting a selection or not. Oh, I think, okay, yeah, we're getting selected. And if you hold down Control or Command, if you have a Mac, then it's going to deselect them. So Shift selects them. And then we can just drag over all of these polygons the way we want to get the ones selected. And then they turn orange, and yours should turn orange too. There we go. And then now, with all of them selected, sometimes what I do to make sure I've got everything selected is pull out, right? But obviously I don't have them all selected. So I undo, and I'm going to turn off my little placeholder by double clicking that little dot right there in the object manager. And now I can see what I'm doing here a little bit better. And I went over in the beginning of these about, you know, how important it is to keep things positioned, because it's really easy to be modeling and just miss one little polygon or more and get all out of shape. And but that's okay, because we're learning. So remember to click Save, File, Save as you go along. Or you can go File, Save Incremental. And that will save another copy, if you save incremental, if you click Save, it will save right over your save file. If you click Save Incremental, it will save another copy. It won't save over the top. So as you're working and you make changes, go ahead and use that Save Incremental button, because that way if you mess up and you want to go back real quick, and you don't feel like, moving polygons around, you can always go back to a file that you had. But we're doing great, and having a lot of fun, and practice, practice, practice.